Welcome to Luke Reimer in 7 Plays. If you're not familiar with what I do in this series, I like to take a look at an NFL draft prospect in just a limited number of plays to kind of show you the type of player they are, looking at what they can do, what they could provide to that NFL team. And today we're looking at Nebraska linebacker Luke Reimer. And so when I look at linebackers, you look at linebackers that have success in the NFL, they've got to be able to hit, run, and cover. And so I'm going to show you 7 plays from this past season about Luke Reimer in those categories to showcase how he can translate to the NFL. So let's not waste any more time. Let's look at the tape. Now, as I said at the top, NFL linebackers have to be able to hit, run, and cover. So let's focus on the hit part of it. Here against Colorado, Reimer is over here along the left-hand side, or the right middle linebacker. And Colorado along the goal line here is just going to hand the ball off to their left to try and get this touchdown. And Reimer just shows that ability to sense that play, come up, fill the hole, lower his shoulder, and drive him to the ground short of the goal line, basically at the line of scrimmage. And this is where Reimer, I feel like, was at his best with Nebraska. He's got good instincts. He sees the play developing, and he's able to burst forward and be physical at the point of contact to make those tackles. We see another example of Luke Reimer and his ability to hit right here against Colorado. And Reimer blitzed, especially early in his Nebraska career. They blitzed him a lot. And so this is at the start of the second half. Luke Reimer is kind of lined up, coming up into the A gap. And at the snap of the ball, he's just able to fly in, lower his shoulder to run over that running back and get the sack. And it just shows his power, his tenacity, and just his willingness to make a play. At this point, Nebraska is down 13-0, trying to come back into this game, and Luke Reimer is able to just lower that shoulder, go in and get a huge sack to really kind of set the tone for Nebraska coming out of halftime. All right, another thing that linebackers have to do is they have to be able to run and go sideline to sideline. And it's essentially just their speed and explosiveness. Here against Colorado, along the goal line, we're going to see Reimer lined up right here on the A of Buffaloes. And at the snap, he's going to go to his left. And we just see here his acceleration, his burst, to be able to get into the backfield and help get that sack. And it's just that I wouldn't say Reimer is this quick twitch, super explosive linebacker, especially compared to the guys like Edgerrin Cooper and Peyton Wilson who could go early in the NFL draft. But he's got good acceleration. When he needs to turn it on, he's able to get to that top speed pretty quickly. And I think this is a perfect illustration of that because he starts going to his left, sees he has a lane, and then is able to accelerate to get into that backfield, force Shedeur Sanders to stop, and then leads him right into his teammate to help get that sack. We see another example of that here against Northwestern. Reimer, once again, is lined up right here as the stacked linebacker, and the ball is going to be going to the right or to his left on a fly sweep, and he's able to just get there. And then once he notices that it's going to be a pass, you see him accelerate, break through a tackle, and then I love this lateral move to be able to make that open field tackle. And so this is just another example of his ability to run, which like I said, is essentially his athletic ability of just being able to accelerate and then come around and use that agility to be able to make an open field tackle and stop what was supposed to be a little gadget play, ended up being maybe like a 1 or 2 yard gain. All right, the last thing that we have to look at with Reimer is how can he cover. So like I said, NFL linebackers have to be able to hit, run, and cover. And that was one of the biggest things that the biggest concern I had about Reimer going into the season was how good is he in coverage? Because, in the past, in the Scott Frost era, whether it was Shenander's defense or the Bill Bush defense, they had him blitzing a lot. So you didn't really get to see him much in coverage. This past year in Tony White's 3-3-5 defense, they had him drop more, and we get plenty of looks. Here against Michigan State is a great one. So he's lined up right here in the middle of this defense, and he's going to match up with this running back. The running back's coming out on the flat, and Reimer just showed the ability to recognize that, sprint out with him, and take that away. And I don't know if that was just a dump off look. Looked like the quarterback was looking to his left, maybe on the deep route, but that might have been his secondary look. And Reimer took it away and forced him to have to run. Another example of that against Northwestern. Here, Reimer is lined up towards the bottom of the screen on the edge. And at the snap, he's going to be dropping into zone coverage, trying to take away that, flattish, hookish area. But what I love here is he settles in next to the running back, it looks like number 20. And as that running back goes outside because the quarterback scrambles, he's able to just pick him up then, take that away, once again, make the quarterback have no options and have to take off running. And it just shows, once again, not only is he able to get some depth, get out to where he is, but just have a feel for a coverage. Sometimes linebackers there freeze or don't move or come up, and then they leave that guy open. He had the wherewithal to be able to see that running back going out and then take it away. All right, in this final clip, we see Reimer lined up as the left outside linebacker. And here against Colorado, he's able to, at the snap, drop and get some depth and essentially take away this slot receiver's that seam route. You look at Shedeur Sanders is looking right at him. He's not there. He has to pull it down and then take it to the flat. And if we see it from this the end zone view, and this is what I love. So here's Reimer once again. So at the snap of the ball, look at him drop to get depth, and that pass is taken away. Shedeur Sanders, that's where he's looking. That's where he wants to go. It's not there. He has to then turn and move. And he goes out here to his dump off, and as we see here, that gets blown up. And Luke Reimer's ability to drop into coverage here to get that depth, he took away that route and essentially caused the incompletion. There is a lot to like about Luke Reimer and his prospects for the 2024 NFL Draft. As I showcased here, NFL linebackers have to be able to hit, run, and cover. And Reimer could do a lot of those things. He can fill the hole. He's a good tackler. He's got good instincts. He's got that acceleration. And he's got the ability to at least, as we saw, play some zone defense. Now, I say he can do those things. Does he do them at an elite level? I don't think so. And that's what I think hurts his case of being drafted by an NFL team is he can do those things, but does he do any one of them at a super high level? And I don't think so. And I think because of that, because he's 6'1", 230 pounds, his time, like 4.6, 4.7 in the 40-yard dash. I think he's going to end up going undrafted. Now, I do think he's going to find a role in the NFL. I think he'll get a training camp invite, and then he'll have a chance to kind of make the teams. And I could definitely see Luke Reimer sticking with an NFL team, finding a role on special teams, and being a valuable backup. And we all want to talk about players and their starting. There's lots of NFL players that carved out a nice 6 to 7 year career as a key backup, as a special teams player. And I think Luke Reimer's got a great shot to do that. And anytime you can play 6-7 years in the NFL, that is a huge success. And I definitely think Luke Reimer could do that. We've all seen him for 4 or 5 years here at Nebraska, give it his all, playing through injuries. in making plays. He's third all time, fourth all time in career tackles. So he's had a very accomplished career at Nebraska. I think he's got a chance to make it in the NFL, but I just don't think he's going to end up getting drafted. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, but I just don't think he will. So that's going to go ahead and do it for Luke Reimer in 7 plays. If you like this and you want more, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got plenty more videos out there. While you're at it, follow me on social media, draft_Brian. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Till next time.